Sydney's absolutely turning it on today. Weather just looks stunning. I'm down here in Rodens Lane, so right down near the rocks, and it's just a piece of colonial Australia that looks like it's all but untouched. So just going to do a short walk through of the lane, but how amazing is this? I'm sure it's all beautifully renovated and got a Maserati there, so someone's doing well, but it's just amazing. Just coming down here and seeing this history, it looks like it hasn't changed for 100 years. I'm sure it's a lot nicer now than it was back when it was constructed, and this would have been all the working wharves and ports. But yeah, a bit of an interesting alley walk really here. So I'll go head up the alley and then I'll swing around the front so you can see how beautiful these buildings look from the other side. So just heading out the end of the alley now. So it's Rodens Lane out onto Beddington Street. Let's come around and see the front. But yeah, real juxtaposition with all the new builds of the background, but this part of Sydney's retained its culture. So here we go. Very pretty. This tiny little set of stairs. Yeah, quite charming little places here, but what a view. Imagine waking up to that. So probably late 1800s, early 1900s, I'm going to guess, with the architecture. But in terms of the view, just kind of ridiculous really. When these were built, the Harbour Bridge wouldn't have been here, the Opera House wouldn't have been here, but still the harbour would have been. And definitely some prime real estate. Strolling down in the inner city of Sydney, down in the rocks. You've got these really old buildings that I'm sure are probably all heritage listed. Then you got the casino and Barangaroo just on the other side. It's pretty cool walking the back streets of Sydney. These little alleyways and lanes. I imagine it's pretty kind of shady and dangerous in the olden days back here. But today it's so gentrified, it's so just clean, and it costs a bomb to live in down this area. So yeah, it's a very different city, a very beautiful city now, but ironically one that back in its days, in its working days, yeah, would have been pretty rough down here. Yeah, we've got the old that's been retained at this point, and then just over that picket fence, it's just shooting up everywhere down at Darling Harbour. It's a pretty good view up on High Street. Got the old buildings, the old fence, and then this is pretty spectacular and different. This is pretty cool. A Lance Lane. Look how compact this is. Wow. Different part of the city again. Got some stairs up there. And whoa, check this out. Looks like a set out of an old movie. You wouldn't need to do much to set dress this. Very cool. back out of the alley and back to reality. Such a cute little cottage. Now this is pretty cool. Who'd want to swim in Sydney Harbour? I have done before, so I believe it's a lot cleaner than it used to be, but I wouldn't exactly say it was clean. So it'd be a hard pass for me, but just I think the idea would be appealing to some people, just to say they did. Yeah, so that's pretty interesting. Ferries everywhere, beautiful day, right at the end of winter. How can you call this winter? So lucky. But here's a really good shot. Here's what makes it all worthwhile. That's the postcard. How beautiful is that? Look at that old signage that's been revealed on the building. It's very cool that that's survived. Here's an absolute Sydney landmark, the hero of Waterloo. One of Sydney's real landmark heritage pubs. It's Observatory Hill. If you're a fiery, that's got to be a good posting. I don't know what that sculpture's meant to be, but it looks like several pulled teeth. Guess I'm not appreciating it. Australian Maritime Museum. Darling Harbour is looking very different. A lot of construction, a lot of redevelopment. It's a sight you don't see too often, the roof of the convention centre in Sydney. This big flat white space. But the main part of the city looks really good from here. so it's a great vantage point. As a lifetime Sydney resident, no matter how many years pass when I look at this spot, I just can't believe the Sydney Entertainment Centre isn't there anymore. Yep, progress happens, but that was such an institution, so many great concerts there, and yeah, sad that it's gone. Down in Haymarket near Chinatown, you can see the whole dynamic of the city is completely different. Now there's a fence that says don't sit here, don't stop. At Central Station in Sydney, so I guess they want to keep everyone moving. So this journey started at Barangaroo Metro Station. It's kind of fitting that it's going to end at Central Train Station in Sydney. So Central Station, legendary. Miss the old board, but the new one's probably a lot better. Now just find my way out of here.